What's up, gamer girls? It's me, Banana, and we're here to talk about the Better Mayors update, which has finally hit the Hypixel Skyblock Alpha. This is an absolutely massive update that overhauls a lot of the mayors and also adds the new minister system to mayors. So this is going to be a pretty long video because we got to talk about a lot of changes. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, because we're talking about this amazing update. Also, remember to use code BANANA on the store for 5% off any purchase. I love you. All right, frankly, I think we're better off reading patch notes, like legitimately. This is just patch notes reading because there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. So the too long didn't read, runner-up becomes a minister. Almost every mayor is getting a new 4th perk. I'll talk more about that later. Diaz has completely new perks. Foxy's also very different, and yeah. So going into this minister system, the governing body of Skyblock have declared that elections now determine a new position, ministers. Every mayor has a perk chosen as a minister perk at the beginning of the election, and if they become the minister, this perk becomes active. So you can see in this case, slash pricing would be active if he gets 2nd place. Special mayors can't have ministers. Ministers will not show up in the election after they're elected, but they will keep all of their perks, and they still can roll for an additional perk next time they show up. So voting this in is kind of just like a safety thing. It literally doesn't matter whenever you vote this in. Just vote for the best minister perk in general. I'm sure that some things are going to synergize with each other better than others, but legitimately, if you want slash pricing, then vote for this as 2nd place and vote for another mayor as 1st place because you just immediately get that. It's pretty nice, and that's basically the entire minister system. It's very simple. The not simple stuff is the 4th perks that they're adding. So right now, you can see this table is going to show how people receive perks, because whenever a mayor doesn't get voted in, they have a chance to gain another perk. Previously, it was 45%. Now it is going to be 50%, and you're going to see that getting a 4th perk is going to be pretty rare for a mayor. Getting 4 perk mayors voted in may just take a lot of rotations of not voting in that guy. So probably you're still going to see a lot of 3 perk mayors, but they are still going to have the chance to roll that 4th perk like all the time, I'm pretty sure. I think it's just going to be that it has to roll between all of them, and the 8% chance to get the 4th one is just going to mean you're not going to very often see all the perks on every mayor. Right now, Aatrox and Paul are going to get perks, but they don't have them right now. Once again, you didn't hear it from the admins, but they heard that they may have some eventful plans that take longer to develop. So it seems like we're going to get a Slayer event, and we're going to get a Dungeons event somehow added in the mayors in the future here. Hopefully that Slayer event adds some tier 5s, because tier 5 Sven, tier 5 Spider, oh my god, that would be crazy. But right now, Aatrox and Paul do not have that. They're also now going to hide election votes, because a lot of people have been asking for this. Hiding the election votes means that your vote actually is going to matter a little bit more. Your choice is going to have any relevance, because right now, whenever people go up to the mayor election, they basically walk in there, they see, oh, this mayor's winning, I should just vote for them, because there's no point in voting for this guy who has 2%. But they're hiding election votes now, so getting someone guaranteed as the 2nd place is going to be a little bit rough. It's going to take a lot more community collaboration if you're trying to coordinate it, but it is going to make elections a little bit more interesting, because now we can't see the votes. Now let's get into some super big stuff. The mayor perks exclusively for this playtest, they're going to be rotating between different mayors a lot, but this is going to have an insane amount of perks. Right now, Marina, there's really not much here. New perk, Double Trouble. You're going to gain a double hook chance based on every 1% of sea creature chance that you have, and double hook chance is becoming a stat. So this is just going to be one of her new perks. This is pretty nice for grinding up any kind of fishing. So we may want to wait for this to be in there, and you may want to wait until you have the sea creature chance in there as well whenever you're voting for Marina. So 4 perk Marina might be the meta rather than 3 perk, because that perk is super solid. Going on to Diana. They changed how EXP share works. EXP shares, rather than using an item, you're going to use a menu to choose what pet you want to EXP share with. Your EXP share rate is also going to be affected by taming level, so you're going to be able to get 12% EXP share, and by default you're only going to have 1 slot active. When Diana is in office with her new perk Sharing is Caring, 2 more EXP share slots are enabled, and their slots are no longer going to provide XP when Diana leaves office, but you can remove pets from that slot. They're not stuck in there. They also mention here that instead of enabling the system as a whole, using an EXP share item boosts the effectiveness of the EXP share by 15%. So that means you're going to be able to reach 27% EXP share, which is higher than right now, which is the 25% amount. You're also going to be able to favorite pets now. A lot of mods have had some kind of feature like this, but this is going to be built in, and it's going to make the pets show up at the front of the menu whenever you favorite it. So this is just going to be a super, super nice feature to have. Finnegan's new perk is called Blooming Business. Garden visitors are going to give out fine flower, and they're going to appear more often. Additional visitors may visit your garden. So higher rarity visitors are also going to be more likely to show up and will provide 10% more copper. This is a great perk. Right now, Finnegan is kind of in a weird spot where you vote him in once and then you never have to vote him in again, but buffing visitor rates means a lot for people grinding out the XP of the max 10,000 visitors. It means a lot for people grinding up their composter, since you're going to get more copper and higher rarity guys. And then this fine flower item is going to be the 3,000 exportable thing for Carolyn, and it's going to give you wheat fortune. So this will also just be a little bit of fortune that's nice, and you can see that the flower that you get is going to be dependent on the rarity of the visitor. There's going to be 4 new visitors in here, and they're going to be just 4 visitors. It says they're not spoiling anything, but they are going to be an additional source of dedication 4 books in at least one of these guys. Scrolling down, you can see that the pelt shop got a little bit of a buff here. So there's going to be a blue bandana, which gives you pest chance. There's going to be this that gives you pest chance. There's going to be the pest vest, which decreases the spawn cooldown of pests. So just a lot of things to help you grind pests. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to grind pests anyways. So you can just kind of skip out on these pelt items, but they're going to be active whenever Pelt Apocalypse is there. So a little bit more things to buy in that shop. Cole has been described as a very outdated mayor a lot because he's built around old mining, but now he's going to have some perks that are a lot more relevant, and they're going to change his mining fiesta. His new perk is going to decrease the time it takes to forge anything by 25%, so pretty solid. Not a fantastic perk by any means, but it's there. And then mining fiesta is now going to schedule 5 fiestas that last for 7 days. That means it should last for like 2 hours and 20 minutes, I believe. And this is going to be the same kind of thing, and you're going to get refined minerals and glossy gemstones during this. I believe that the glossy gemstones are used on some of these new items. You can see that there's like a sapphire cloak here. There's mithril equipment, titanium equipment, gemstone equipment, Devon's powder coating, gleaming crystal reforge, glossy mineral armor, and the glossy mineral talisman. All of these are going to be things that you can make with the new glossy gemstones and refined minerals. So that's definitely something that is going to be worth going for. It's not just going to be the old get a couple refined minerals and then sell them to NPC or something because they're worth nothing. Foxy received a huge rework. They combined 2 of Foxy's perks and then added 2 new ones. They added Chivalrous Carnival and a Time for Giving here. This is going to mean that you get party chests and party gifts, and then there's going to be a whole new carnival event that is present in the hub. Party chests and party gifts are going to be obtainable during like the normal Skyblock events. It's going to be through the Spooky Festival and through the Winter Sea Creatures on the Jerry Island, and these are going to drop some new items and some old items. So you can see the vampire mask is going to be available in here, something called the carnival top hats here, carnival necklace, carnival belt, carnival tickets, which we'll talk about in a sec here. You're going to be able to unlock all of these just by participating in the normal Skyblock events when this perk is active. And then the more important thing here is the Chivalrous Carnival. It's going to introduce a bunch of carnival games to the world of Hypixel Skyblock, and it's going to give you a bunch of cool different perks that you're able to buy. So it's going to have 3 games that require 5 carnival tickets to play. As I said earlier, you can get carnival tickets from some of these boxes and the gifts that you're getting from killing the sea creatures, but you're also going to get tickets from doing activities in the game. You're going to get a bunch of tickets for participating in the Spooky Festival or the fishing festivals. You're going to get party chests and party gifts. You're going to get a good amount. And then Jacob's Contest is going to give you 3 carnival tickets each, and that is going to be pretty nice. Carnival ticket drop rate from sharks is affected by looting and magic find, so that is something to pay attention to here. But you're going to get these carnival tickets, and you're going to spend it on different games. You can dig up 10 fruits from a sand pit to earn a high score. Each fruit gives you a different amount of points, and most of them have a unique effect to earn you even more or less points. One one of the other games, catch a fish. You gotta catch fish. Catch as many as possible before time runs out by hooking onto them and holding right click to reel them in. This is gonna be another classic carnival game. And then the last one they teased in a previous forum post, zombie shootout. You get to use a carnival dart tube and kill zombies that are running around you before time runs out. Higher tier zombies award more points, but of course run faster. They have a chance of spawning as a baby zombie and they award double points. So this is going to be something that you're just grinding some carnival games and you're getting points that you then will spend in the carnival shop. So going down, you're going to see that there is a lot of perks that are going to buff Skyblock calendar events. These are permanent buffs that aren't just active whenever Foxy's active. This is going to be something that you can buy and it's going to be super nice. And you can see some of these are absolutely insane. You gain more candy here. You increase your chance of catching spooky sea creatures. More green candy drops to be purple instead. And then increase the chance of finding those chests, which means that you would increase your carnival drop rates if you're doing that during Foxy. More gifts during Jerry, more winter sea creatures, red gift chance, and then more coins and skill XP from gifts is going to be a perk. Mining Fiesta, you're going to get more powder during it. You're going to get more fortune during it. You're going to have a better chance of finding the materials. You're going to increase your chance of finding titanium. And then the fishing festival, you're also going to get wisdom. You're going to get a better chance at sharks. You're going to get a better chance at shark teeth, and you're going to get a chance for sharks to drop +1 shark fin during the festival, which should increase your loot by a decent amount. It's going to cost 1,000 carnival tokens in order to get that, but it's definitely going to be worth it, and it's going to be permanent. So once you buy this, it's going to just buff your events forever. There's also going to be a mask shop. Each mask that is sold in here is going to have a unique ability that's niche, they said. So collect them all and store them in this bag, and it's a talisman. So new talisman also for carnival tokens. Overall, huge change to Foxy because people are actually going to want to vote her in. She has been generally just never voted unless every mayor is terrible, but now she's going to be buffing every event that you're ever going to do. If you want to do spooky, you're better off voting Foxy so that you can grind up your spooky chances and just do better next time. And you can do the same for Jerry. You can do the same for a mining fiesta. You can do the same for a fishing festival. This is a super nice change, and I'm expecting to see Foxy voted in a lot when this comes to the main server. Oh, a lot going on there, but we have another huge, massive rework with Diaz. They changed literally every single perk on Diaz here. The first new perk, you get double the item quality from Shen's Auction, Shen's Special, and Rift Shens on the year Diaz is elective. 2 additional Shen's Special auctions will be available for the duration of Diaz being elected mayor as well. So that means you're going to see a lot more Clover helmets. You're going to see a lot more giant rods. You're going to see a lot more of those wizard wands that nobody cares about. Also, you're going to get double the quantity, which means double the people able to actually buy these. So the price should, in theory, go down for something like the Artifact of Control. It should go down for all of the 3 talismans that are there because double the quantity is just going to be double the people. It's nice. So that is going to be the first perk that she is going to have. The next perk is going to be the stock exchange, which is going to piss a lot of people off because she's bringing stock of stonks into circulation. Stock of stonks can be obtained from the stonk auction and winning bids for items in dark auction and Shen's auctions. Talk to Diaz while she's elected with this perk to bid for stock of stonks and trade in your stock of stonks for some cool new items. The last perk that she has, long-term investment. The elected minister will appear in the next election with all of their available perks. So you know how I said that it's not going to be common to see all 4 of the perks on a mayor active? That's not actually true. If long-term investment is in, you vote in Diaz, you vote in another mayor in second, they could have 1 perk, and then the next election they're going to show up with 4 perks. So you have a lot of metagaming that you can do with Diaz. This is absolutely insane because this is just it's gonna be a huge buff. It's gonna be something that makes mayors way better because you're gonna be able to take them from 1 all the way up to 4 perks with just 1 singular perk on Diaz. You could literally vote in 1 perk Diaz as long as it has long-term investment, and it's gonna be good. So there's a lot more Shens auction stuff here because with the update, Shens auctions are offered twice a year rather than just once. Whenever you vote Diaz in with the volume trading perk, it's going to do 3 things, they said. You're going to double the number of Shens auctions yet again for that year, so 4 Shens auctions in a year. You're going to double the number of items that all Shens auctions for that year, and then a new permanent item gets added to Shens Special. Only Shens auctions that end during Diaz are going to have the doubled items. So this is absolutely nuts. That means there's going to be an insane amount more of the Shens items out there. I'm so sorry for anyone who bought an Artifact of Control for 2 billion, but it looks like that's going down. Next, they talk about stock of stonks because they are changing basically everything with this because it was a test item and it never had a use, and now it will have a use. This perk is going to introduce a lot more stock of stonks, but it's also going to allow you to trade them in, so they are going to actually have a value. You're going to be able to upgrade your Daedalus Axe, Midas Sword, or Midas Staff with golden fragments that cost 3 stock of stonks. You're also going to be able to use the Avaricious Chalice to upgrade either the Emerald Ring into the Emerald Artifact, or you could upgrade the Crown of Greed into the Crown of Avarice. Freshly minted coins is going to be used in various amounts to obtain the following: a Scavenger Ring and Artifact, and then a Ring, Artifact, and Relic of coins. So we're getting a lot of talisman upgrades with stock of stonks, and then lastly we are getting Scavenger 6 that costs 20 stock of stonks. There's going to be a stonks auction that's going to happen globally. This isn't just during the mayor as far as I can tell here. Located in the stonks exchange, Richard is going to be how you access the brand new auction. They're global. They happen once each Skyblock month, so every 10 hours. Top 100 bidders receive 25 stocks, followed by 15 for top 500, 10 for top 1000, and so on. You can see that all down here. You can get 1 stock of stonks as long as you just participate in here as far as I can tell. So this is going to be something where you're able to obtain them after a while. And then winning a Shen auction will reward 10 stock of stonks, also subject to change. Then the Relic of Coins has a 1 in 40,000 chance of dropping stock of stonks every 60 seconds. So the coin relic is somehow finally useful. In general, you're going to be able to obtain a bunch of stocks, and you're going to be able to spend them on some pretty cool upgrades to already existing items, and it's just going to be nice. There's also going to be an NPC that increases the price of the Midas Sword that you spent here. So it looks like Midas Sword's upgrade is actually going to increase it past 50 mil as the max here, which would be pretty darn interesting to see, but you're going to cost some stock of stonks and for sure a lot of coins, you can see here, for whatever they're upgrading at this new NPC that is present in the trade center. The last important mayor to talk about is Derpy. Derpy is not closing AH anymore. Derpy is now going to make it so you pay more taxes. Thanks for the money, lol, is what they said. So this is going to be something every other special mayor didn't get a single change, but they're making it so you can still sell stuff during Derpy, because I'm pretty sure a lot of scams are more relevant during Derpy and people are still selling things. It's just more annoying, and now they're making it so it's less annoying because you're able to sell it, just you got to pay a little bit more taxes. So it's still not super worth to sell during that, but hey, you can. So yeah, a lot of changes, long video here, but the mayor update seems absolutely gargantuan. Seems like it's going to be huge for Foxy specifically, and every other mayor is also getting some crazy changes. Foxy and Diaz though, oh my god. Let me know which change you're most excited for. This is a whole ton of information. I'm sorry for just reading patch notes, but oh my god, I had to do it because this information is something that I had to get to you as fast as possible. That's it for the video though. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.